And hello everybody, how's it going? Sorry for the late interview. I kind of got toasted and hosed and all kind of other good wonderful things.
Good.
Man, you can't take the blame for technical difficulties, my friend.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can.
You also can't take the credit.
Oh, right? You're not that high speed of a pirate. Come on.
I don't know about that. All you get is a vapor trail.
Well, I'm sure everybody will have stuck with us. Either way, this is a show version 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the joy of being live.
Oh, yeah.
Did he say we're live? Okay, I think it's time to go. Goddard?
Yes, we are live indeed.
Are you
we
sure?
are streaming.
Are you certain? Oh, okay, we're
Yay!
streaming. Yay, cool. Okay, welcome to
We
the jazzy
win.
silence of Station42. I'm your noodly host. You can't wait to ghost, Vader Malik, and with me today is our co-host,
Traz Ion, your local Benny's noodle salesman. We make it, you slurp it. Benny's.
now extra thick.
Well, that got awkward quick, and I am Godric Station 42's technical lead, now with less MSG. Traz, I love you.
Today's show is brought to you part. Hang on. I'm getting a news flash. Okay. All right.
That's right, Traz Ion here, reporting live from Port Olisar, where last week a crisis broke out when a freelancer carrying deadly reptilian lizards was damaged, you know it, by ramming, setting loose hundreds of the little devils. Concern on the station was palpable as many pilots expressed worries about a reptile dysfunction. Tensions rose as the lizards interrupted travelers passing through on their way to a local gala known as the Black and Blue Ball. One Genesis Starliner pilot was quoted as saying,
I've had it up to here with these floppy lizards on my battle-hardened joyride.
we can only presume he was speaking about his Starliner. Political pressure following the Black and Blue Ball went unrelieved as the case of a reptile dysfunction remains firm. Unanswered. We'll be reporting as more on this story develops. Back to you, Vadran.
It sounds like a slippery situation you got yourself in there. It sounds like you had a lizard down your throat. Additionally, our broadcast is supported in part by the StarCitizen Facebook community, aka Ready Player One, the StarCitizen subreddit, Twitch, Twitter, and of course the amazing people at CIG who keep our community thriving. If you're a backer or about to be, or if you know a certain lizard in Saskatchewan that wants to be, then we're the show for you. So get your hot noodles out. Make sure they're nice and thick. Make sure you pour on plenty of the soy sauce. And yes, Traz, I just can't wait to squeeze your manly hair chest all over my face tonight.
Wow. I just want to clear things up. It would be the lizard's got your tongue. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, anyway.
You got to keep your puns on par.
That's horrible.
Anyway. Well, it's a good thing my noodles defend me so well.
Like a lumberjack.
Additionally, Station 42 enjoys the creative support of Mr. Irv Nation. May he always noodle slap Vadran first in any would-be noodly conflict.
Sounds like a sword fight. Anyway, today I'd like to introduce our special guest, Craig Lam, a fellow StarCitizen, noodling it all the way from Killertown, Earth.
Coming all the way from the Northwestern Hemisphere, I'm reading you loud and clear from the Black. Hello, everyone. My name is Craig Lam, and I'm just plain excited to be here. How are y'all tonight?
Thunderbutter.
Great.
Pretty damn good.
He exclaimed with great relish.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, this show is going to be kind of light. There's not really any news going on in the Star Citizen universe. Nothing. Yep. Zilch,
Yep.
Nada, nothing.
Sure.
It's quiet.
Nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
Thanks for joining
nothing to
us
see here.
tonight.
All right, cool, guys. See ya. So, right. Oh, fine. Okay, so 2.2. No, wait for it. 2.2A. No, I'm sorry. 2.2B or not to be is up on the PTU servers.
Fresh off the presses.
And balls of fire, my friends.
And Charlie Mike.
Such notes. Much patch. Wow. My 2 UEC, your thoughts, and go.
I'm on the patch. No, seriously, I'm looking forward to the saber. I'm hoping to not find any lizards or noodles in it, but beyond that, I'm yeah, saber. Let's fly saber. Want to talk about
It's like
saber? Let's fly saber.
an eye
Definitely
patch.
Saber.
I just like patches. I just like to see the game moving forward.
So if
Like
I strip off the hull off a saber, do I get a lightsaber?
That's the Gladius.
Oh, okay.
The-
Ow.
they're like nesting eggs. They're like Russian nesting eggs, but
Oh,
I
dude,
like it.
and
But
they're
not
a
a
little, they're
but not a
a
pocket
little.
carrier because pocket carriers are super taboo and no one likes them.
So what we got here is
Yet
so what we got is the
everybody wants
Vanguard.
them.
Then I'm figuring something out here. We go from Vanguard to Saber to Gladius to Merlin. Got it.
Merlin's not an Aegis product. Come on now.
It could be.
No, that's freaking Kruger.
Kruger, but it's but
Freddy
Kruger
Krueger.
also makes the Tiger Strike, which goes in. So they had an exchange thing. There you go.
Uh,
Anyway, wonderful patch notes. Let's go ahead and roll on with those bad boys. We got a flyable saver. We got a Xeon in the hangar, and we happen
yeah.
to have a 24-player limit. Guys,
Oh,
yap
there's
on it.
so much more than that. I don't know. Like first off, who made it into wave one? Who's
I
our
didn't get to
testers
mate.
here?
I didn't get to mate and live in wave one.
I just wanted to sit out.
I got into wave one, but I'm pretty
Giggity.
sure it. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure it was because of my playtime and my contributions on the issue council.
That's actually pretty awesome. I mean, I like that they changed it over to if you're playing a lot and if you're actually adding functional notes to the the issue council, you're going to get a little more credit. That's good.
And if you're wondering why our wonderful co-host Traz is fading in and out, it's because he's got a lizard on the mic. Anywho, and what about the AI? Any kind of wonderful things out there? Any kind of reputation hits, stuff like that? What happens when you shoot one of the guys in Port Olisar?
Well, you still can't shoot anybody in Port Olisar. The armistice zone is still there. But if you kind of venture off out into the great unknown, and let's say you shoot some Crusader security instead of shooting some pirates, you will likely wind up with a sort of Grand Theft Auto style wanted level and quickly find yourself at 5 stars being chased by other players who are potentially going to be rewarded for gunning you down. So there's a couple other cool little mechanics and a couple other little things that you can do to raise your wanted level, as it were. You can crash into things and be a jerk in general, or you can tediously and methodically turn off comm relay stations and stuff like that. If you feel like you made a mistake and you're like, oh, I didn't really want that wanted level, you can go over to the security outpost Korea and hack a little terminal and drop your wanted level.
So what about that party? Well, what about that party system? It's got to be better than the 2-party system, right?
Yeah, no. The party system is great. It's not a hassle to try and get in the universe anymore. It wasn't really that bad trying to get into the arena commander, but now it's really nice. It's not a hassle. So I would definitely recommend trying it out if you're in the PTU. It probably needs all the testing it can get.
Just real quick, I think Traz was going to say something to the previous topic when it comes to reputation and rewards for bounties and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I was going to say there's like if you get a criminal account by disabling a comm array in order to make it go invisible, or if you ram somebody, those things will raise you 1 level, but repeating those things won't do it anymore. It's just you only get 1 maximum point from that. All the rest of your criminal levels have to be attained through actual like PvP against people that are in their ships and are viable combat targets.
Makes sense.
And it's organic. It's emergent. It's not. Yeah, they kind of were like, hey, this is how things are going to be, but at the same time, there's wiggling room within that to play different ways. So that's really interesting.
It's
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. I really was not expecting them to implement these kind of mechanics this soon, but I'm definitely excited that they are.
Can somebody tell me about the hollow table?
It's garbage, and it will always be garbage forever and ever and ever.
Not that hollow table.
Okay, raise his hand. The hollow table was never meant to be in this form
Permanent.
Correct.
permanently. Yes, exactly. So yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, we definitely have something better coming up soon.
You keep on getting all these in. This is funny. Uh,
one of
uh,
the one of the things I was going to say about the reputation thing too is I'm glad to see them do something, but it's funny because of course you can never do right by everybody, and it seems to have caused its own fair share of controversy as well, because you have some people that think that by gamifying being the bad boy, they're just encouraging griefers. Now, I mean, we all know that griefer and pirate are two different things. Pirate's supposed to be a viable career in the game, whereas, um, you know, griefing needs to be punished in a way that guides that behavior to not occurring. So, right now, it's kind of like an interesting hybrid.
well, I
Any
mean, there still
thoughts?
needs to be. Well, there needs to be a point of yes, I can get away with this, but it doesn't need to be easy to do. So, in other words, I need to be able, as a pirate or as a would-be doer well, I need to be able to actually successfully take you out and be able to have some chance of getting away with it. But it all should be circumstantial. It shouldn't be like I'm in the lawless zone and then all of a sudden I'm still bounty hunted, red flagged. I mean that's it should only be that there's witnesses and I took them out or something believable like that. It shouldn't be that as soon as I take a person out in regardless of system that I should be 100% fully punished for it. There's got to be a way to make the conflict good so the conflict can be generated, if that makes
So
sense.
Right.
meaningful conflict. There needs to be purpose behind it. It needs to be
Yeah.
decision motivated and driven.
Well, it's basically there should always be the question of is this worth it?
Well, right, because I feel like right now it's like a bad guy pops up and you're like, oh, I guess I'll go kill the bad guy. But in the persistent universe, it should be something like, okay, I'm trying to benefit the cause of this system because my traders
Right.
aren't getting through, and there's a bounty here. Let me go get this guy.
Right.
So yeah,
Well,
exactly.
and on another note, there should be actually a punishment for being too good of a good guy. For example, if you
Absolutely.
take out all the pirates, then all of a sudden the bounty hunters won't have jobs. I understand that there's a case in point. Don't quote me on this, but the Yakuza during
Or
the
yeah,
typhoon or the tsunami that hit, they actually had their personal helicopters out trying to pull people out of the water quicker than what. So even though they're a criminal element, they also can provide security to a system in a different kind of way. Nobody wants to have the really really bad guy come in, so the regular average criminal will actually try to remove them from the area.
Right. Like the difference between a
But
pirate
I
and a
mean,
slaver, perhaps.
is that really going to be a thing, or is that just going to be like a bunch of pirates say, okay, here we have this famous bounty hunter, so let's go and chase them down. I mean, there's not going to be any incentive per se to chase down good guys, right?
I
There
I,
should
I
be
don't I don't know
because
about
there's
that.
money in every single one of them.
Well, not that.
Not
I
just
mean, I
that
think that
though.
just in the same way that you can have bounty hunting for bad guys, you can have assassination guilds for on the flip side of that. Or even if you're a mercenary is contractually neutral, generally speaking. So I mean, if they're willing to risk their own reputation, they might take out somebody or abduct somebody off the good guy block for the bad guys. But I don't know. Anyway, so just so we
That's
can move
kind of what
on
I was
from the
getting
No,
at.
topic,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, well, okay, that was kind of a hell of a topic, guys. Despite being able to talk about all the things that all night long, we do need to move along with our guest in a little bit. Craig, what has your involvement in the Star Citizen been like? Paint our listeners a picture of who you are, what you do, and what type of ship you like to fly, for example.
Oh my gosh. Well, one time when I was a little kid, put a peanut up my nose.
Oh,
That
hang
wasn't
on.
any fun. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have been around since the beginning. Like the golden ticket beginning. I knew about it since it was announced on day one. A guildmate from many moons past was a huge Wing Commander fan. He was original backer, golden ticket 10-10-10, the work. So I knew about it back then, but I didn't purchase. I was enthralled, but I was in the no pre-orders mentality, so I didn't want to, take that plunge. Man, the second the hangar came out, because I was watching the forums, I was watching the website, the Kickstarter, all of it. The second the hangar was available, I dug in, I walked around in it. I've played every Arena Commander iteration. I've flown every flyable ship. I've played every current game mode. I think if I even missed any iterations or patches, it's no more than one or two. 100% Crusader, done all the missions there, except anything in the newest PTU, the 2.2.
So basically, you've got a lot more than just a Xeon space plant to show off.
Yeah, pretty much. But like the biggest part for me about Star Citizen is I'm such a huge fan of this community in general. Like the guys like Richard, Board Gamer, and Ricky, Grayheaded Gamer, and everybody over at the INN, which is one of the reasons why I'm so attached to the Facebook group. Why I spend a lot of time lurking on the Reddit and the Discord.
Well, what about your? What do your friends and family think about it?
I've actually recruited my best friend and his brother has recruited his girlfriend, and I've got a couple of other good friends. So like everybody around me has spent $45 on Star Citizen.
I know the hardest thing about that is then everybody is already bought in before the referral system.
Right. No, and yeah, that has happened. That is actually what happened a little bit. I really like Star Citizen, and I want to share that with other people who I feel would like it. So.
It's definitely a passionate process. I feel you when it comes to like following it from the beginning, and just it's so much, it's hard there. But I don't know, man. And with all that playtime, what's your favorite ship, loadout, combat styles? What's your in-game antic?
Like I said, I pretty much have played everything. I strive to keep up. I'm always testing the new stuff. I'm even not just the flavor of the week. The last iteration was the Super Hornet with the tarantulas for Arena Commander. For Crusader, I typically fly the Avenger Titan with long swords on the wings, and I use that for search and rescue. It's got that great cargo to pick people up. It's got speed for combat. I really use it for everything. It's just a great ship. Yeah, it really is. It really is master of none. For Arena Commander though, I will usually strap into the 325A with the Klaus and Warner line, and I can get on top of targets and within 300 meters before people can even line up their shots. So
Nice.
that's really, if the Gladius had a little more, cut to its curve, I would probably use that. But the 325.
Wait. Are you talking about the 325 or the 350?
No, 325A.
Really? Well, I was gonna say, because it's not extra fast.
It's not extra fast, but man, that afterburner at 400.
Okay,
you can get on top.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
I really haven't. I like ballistics. I like the ballistics more right now. They're really strong, but I have not found a good ballistic setup that I have just fallen in love with for the 325. So I use the Klaus Warner lineup.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm a fan of hard ammo because I think range and just keeping enemies outside of your own, or keeping them in your threat envelope while staying outside of theirs is the way to I capitalize on that by using cruise and decouple mode for my flight style. Do you have any favorite flight styles?
I'm a big mouse keyboard user. I started off with HOTAS and quickly converted into a fixed weapon mouse keyboard fixed gimbals. And
Right.
typically the style that I try and get is that, I hate to say this, but it's the Hate Fury M50 style. Just get in your opponent's blind spot and stay there.
Right. Yeah, man, it's pretty good stuff. I love this game and I love where it's going. But I don't mean to gush about it because I mean we're all fans, so whatever. I mean it's got its flaws and it's working through it, but it's still a good time.
Flaws?
So I don't know, man.
What
So
flaws do you have?
butt floss.
Yeah.
No, so Craig, you've been a long-standing and positive member of the Ready Player One community on Facebook for over a year, actually, I believe. I know I've appreciated all of our members that contribute and try to keep things constructive, and it's a great job carrying. You do a great job of carrying the essence of our community, especially because you've been around for so long with the game. So you're.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
let me go ahead and read that for you.
Oh, I cut it out.
Yep.
Sorry.
That you appreciated this. Well, Kaz has appreciated members in our community and that contribute and try to keep things constructive and positive. And you do a great job carrying the essence of our community. Wish your time with Ready Player One.
Just
Right.
interrupt you there for a second, Vadran. I apologize. Not sure what's going on, but
You too, got it.
am I pixelating as well?
Yes, sir.
Me as well? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
that's pretty bad. I guess I don't know what's going on with.
That is very bizarre. Not sure what's going on there. I mean, So yeah, I don't know if it has something to do with Discord or what the deal is. I mean, we could try switching over to TeamSpeak here. Let me just start that up here real quick. Okay, all right. So I'm in the broadcast studio on TeamSpeak now. All right,
Craig, if you can log over onto Ready Player One on the there we go, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good now. No, but nobody's pixelating now.
Wow, that was really I'm really surprised.
Hello.
What's going on with that?
Hey. Yeah, much better now. Much better.
It really could be like. Unfortunately, I have a really large download or upload going up to YouTube, and if I close it, I just lose like hours of progress. So I'd hope that it wouldn't interrupt, but apparently I might have jacked up our server. But anyhow,
well, it's working now.
Let's rock and roll.
Are we still live? Are we still going?
Oh, we are.
No, we're still live. We're still live.
Just checking.
Well, I want to apologize to our listeners. Sorry about the technical difficulties. If we were getting a little pixelated, we were trying a new platform for our voice chat. We will definitely work out our. Hey, don't badmouth them there. I think that fault was mine for doing the upload at the same time. But anyways, whatever. TeamSpeak seems to be working well for us right now, so here we are. Moving forward.
We're here.
Again.
We're live. So anyway, okay. So basically what I was saying, Craig, is you've been around a long time. You've been a positive influence in the community. It's really well appreciated. I don't know. I guess I would ask you what your time with Ready Player One was like, but you actually kind of talked a little bit about having been a part of or not been a part of, but like have followed in and you follow things on the Reddit. You've played every iteration of the patch of StarCitizen from the hangar forward. So yeah, I mean, I get that. I don't know. What has that been like to you? Like, how is that? Yeah.
Man, well, you guys know that I fly for Omega, and then I met Omega through Ready Player One. I mean, there's some great guys, and I love their attitude over there. If you remember the maniacal Ginger tactics from back in the day, yeah, like a year ago, Ginger is actually a board member of Omega and personally recruited me. And I was like really honored and humbled, and it was Ready Player One that enabled all of that to happen. And wow, I've been in the group since it was like less than 1,000 members, and here we are,
Right.
450% later, and it's a great idea and it's a great concept coming to fruition. And that's the most endearing part of all of it, is that for the community to have a tool, a platform for anyone to be able to engage with Star Citizen is really just kind of something to step back and marvel at and be like, look at what we've created for ourselves for this thing that we're all so passionate about. And personally,
Yeah.
it's been a gateway to even more of the community that I never would have seen or met with otherwise. And I really want to encourage other people to see it that way too.
No, that's a really nice compliment to hear. I mean, the community, the Ready Player One community, it started out as my baby. It's been a long road of nurture and care to get it to where it is, and it's nice to hear that it's working. That's the principle behind it. It's meant to be a neutral platform. It's not supposed to be org specific. It's supposed to be a home where you can come, no matter what organization you belong to, and it'll let you network to get what you need. So if you want to run solo, you can do that. If you want to meet people to be a part of an org, you can do that. And I've pretty much built everything around that. Even my own personal fleet is designed around this kind of open mercenary idea that'll let me function for the community and so on and so forth. But whatever. Yeah, man. The community has become a home for many, and it's the many who make it what it is. And I would like to formally offer you the position as an admin. I know we'd spoken about this before, so it's not really a surprise. But I figured I would give that shout out here, where it's I guess get a little cred.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this before on more than one occasion. The idea of RP1 being, like a shared idea. You said it on a thread the other day where it's like, no idea is original. But it's cool calling out things before it happens. And I wanted the same thing. You just beat me to it. I would love to help this community flourish in any way that I can. If it means picking up, a mantle of higher responsibility and judgment, I'd be happy to help. And I thank you for, the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, no, I know I tend to get a bit wordy, but thank you for being willing to come on board. I still intend that the overarching vision of how the caretaking of the Ready Player One group, the Facebook group, will remain the same as before. But now there will be at least another extra guardian to help things kind of stay sorted out. And as our newest admin, it's important to me that that I'm going to back you up on tough issues, and you have my trust. And I don't expect you to be a clone of me. As long as my admin team understands the methodology behind why I run it the way I do, then I think you guys have free reign to be your own individuals and to build your own identity.
And I know your style, I've seen how you run the ship, so I'm not about to steer off course. But, as always, we might have, differing opinions, but everything that we do in the group, we do for the group. So, I'm totally, I'm of that mentality.
Absolutely. And much more concise.
yeah. Sometimes I'm even quip.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with that. Oh dear Lord.
I'm waiting for Vadron and Godric to add color.
No. Basically, Craig's going to be the post-it note, and Traz is going to be the Thomas Jefferson. Here we go.
Too long. Don't read.
But
Please
it's
just
really,
pay
really
attention
detailed
to
so
what
that you
he's
understand
saying.
every single thing. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, this is how I get booted out. Anyway, well, guys, we're getting close to the end of the show. So if you're ready for this, we'll go ahead and kick off the final five. You've already answered a few, Craig. Ready for some rapid fire?
I can see the questions forming in my mind.
Ooh.
Questions or the answers?
I think he's psychic.
Use the Force.
No. The last time they used the Force, we had an reptile dysfunction. Keyboard and mouse or HOTAS?
Mouse and keyboard, even though it's less fun.
Favorite flyable ship.
325A, only for Arena Commander.
Favorite feature.
Tie between... Oh, feature?
Future ship.
Future ship. I thought you said favorite feature. It's a tie between the Caterpillar and the Carrack.
I should throw you a
Ooh.
curveball. Ballistics or energy weapons?
It doesn't matter when you engage within 300 meters.
Craziest thing you did with Ion Traz last night.
Please stop your childish skylarkings and your adolescent tomfooleries.
You mean my shenanigans malarkey. Got it. What
If-
should, what do you want to pull off after game launch?
If Chris Roberts doesn't let me eject out of my dying ship and rocket launcher the pursuing ship, I will be upset.
And for the bonus 6 question, would you actually sit on top of a rhino with a bazooka riding a shark?
Does the shark have lasers?
Yes, and it has chrome.
Then the Schrodinger's answer yes and no.
Ah, okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
I just want to thank everybody for listening tonight. It was great being on the show. And if you guys see my character hanging out in the universe, it's spelled Fjor. It's pronounced Fjor, not Fjor. Don't hesitate to ask me for help.
Dear Lord,
Well,
Fajor.
I'm sorry that we didn't get to talk more around the topics. We had that whole technical bump and lost about 20 minutes of showtime. And now we're running out of time. But definitely look forward to flying with you in the verse. Omega are friends of mine. And, you know, maybe as we get closer to launch, you'll talk them into finally getting sponsored.
Ow. All right, and don't forget, let's go ahead and wrap this up. You ready? You ready? That was wonderful answering, so thanks, Craig, for coming out to Station 42.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, man. Well, to all of our listeners, new and old alike, thank you for spending your listening time with us. If you liked our show, be sure to like and subscribe. Feedback is always appreciated.
And don't forget, if you like the music of today's episode, be sure to check out the link in the YouTube notes.
That's right. Great stuff. Give it a spin.
All right,
Thanks.
here we
We
go.
will see you next week.
And
Gotcha.
playing the
If
outro
you're ready.
now.
Drop that Benny Bull bass beat like a boss.
Oh my
Boom.
god, that was too many bees.
I'm balling.
I don't even like bees.
This thing.
Black
Beat
and blue
that
balls.
ass.
We have a
Dear Lord.
Take them.
BB Yatches? Nobody
Hey,
gonna go
somebody
there?
is selling a PAX trophy on the on the train site.
Wow.
We're totally talking over the music. I'm sure it's annoying.
I'm sure that's fine.
By now, after all our hiccups, I think we deserve it. And this is when we find out OBS broke again.
No, it's been running.
This is a dangerous group, is it?
Oh,
it's
good.
You control him, Craig. Go ahead. OBS, old bitchy software. Sorry.
All right, and we're off there.
Woohoo!
Oh
That
god,
was,
I'm so glad I'm done with this. Gee, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man, I'm really bummed that like we lost it because like there was so much stuff to talk about, and then I felt like at the end we ended up just